Welcome to this tutorial on creating more effective visual content for presentations and e-learning by BrightCarbon, a visual rainbow amongst a downpour of awful bullet points. Have you ever wondered why most presentations are so bad? What is it about PowerPoint that leaves so many audiences feeling bored and irritated? One major contributor to death by PowerPoint is using slides that spell out what you're trying to say. The problem is that words you see and words you hear are all processed in a single part of the brain, meaning that humans can't read and listen at the same time, which leaves your audience confused, not what you want in a presentation. The problem is that people can't resist trying to understand what's in front of them. So what happens is, and because of this, you get that. Now that you've read the slide, you just want to move on, not listen to me talk about it some more. That means the presenter is either being ignored or being very irritating. The answer is to reduce the use of text on the slides and use pictures, diagrams and graphs that illustrate and reinforce your messages but aren't completely self-explanatory and need a presenter to explain them. When the presenter's narrative synchronizes with the visual sequences, audiences are motivated to pay attention. It's easy to understand, more memorable and more effective. Everyone's happy. So, how did this happen? Who's to blame? To really understand, we need to know how things were done back in the day. Companies used to use 35mm slides. They often had specialist teams that put slides together. Some of the slides from that time looked great. Look at these from IBM, all about the latest technology, with fantastic visualizations of how everything worked. Or from GE, giving you a clear idea of the numbers represented. But of course, doing things properly took time. Edits took hours. Simply printing slides for the projector could take days. Then, once PowerPoint came along, incidentally first launched for the Mac in 1987, companies could finally enjoy convenience. Every business person could make their own slides, and they did, often with little or no training. Convenience goes up, but quality goes down. And what do people see when they open up PowerPoint? Click to add text. So when everyone sees the same thing every time they create a presentation, is it any wonder that most presentations contain too many bullet points? And that leads to the situation you find in offices all over the world, with people plunging down, deep into the depths of PowerPoint hell, where people are tortured for what seems like an eternity by terrible slides. Help! Why? The answer, instead, is to use visuals on your slides, which are processed in a different part of the brain called the visuospatial sketchpad. That leaves your audio to be processed in a different part of the brain called a phonological loop. And in fact, they can come together to form a much stronger and more vivid memory in the minds of your audience, helping them to remember what you've said and why it's important. So by getting rid of text and bullet points, and replacing them with visuals, diagrams and animations, you can make your presentations much better and, critically, far more effective for your audience. Magic. To achieve that, things like colours, contrast ratios, fonts, point sizes, animations, transitions and images all have to be thoughtfully combined to make everything clear and compelling for your viewers. And rather wonderfully, by using these approaches, you can make your presentation work perfectly over a projector, but also on a laptop screen or even a mobile device. And what difference does a compelling, clear and persuasive presentation make? Well, you get to ascend into PowerPoint heaven, where you achieve amazing things with more effective presentations, help people understand your content and ideas more easily, and allow them to do it more quickly, so you get a great return on your investment.